please stand away from the platform edge. Vera stazione, Tony's pasture.